So I guess it's National Call Out the Washington Commanders Organization Day. Let's talk about it.
How I feel? Relax. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We got the Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a former Washington Commanders player calling out the organization and referring to us as a struggling organization. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Also, subscribe to Chewy IRL, as that link is down below in the description. And those videos on that channel is nothing like this over here. I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. Alrighty, let's get straight to it. So, y'all know yesterday I made the video about Davante Adams calling out the organization, basically saying we're one of the worst fan bases, if not the worst fan base in football, called our stadium trash, called our city trash. Then you have a former Washington Commanders player in Antonio Gibson calling out the organization and referring to us as a struggling organization. Let's read what he said verbatim. So it says, this is per J Daniels MVP on Twitter. Former Commanders running back Antonio Gibson believed the Patriots do things completely different and also referred to Washington as a struggling organization. And honestly, I'm not mad at what he said. Like, I'm not about to kirk on him, I'm not about to go on him. Honestly, you can't even be mad, right? The Patriots, granted, they are not the Bill Belichick led Patriots, but Gerard Mayo is now there, and I'm pretty sure he has similar traits from Bill Belichick because he played for Bill Belichick, so he knows how that organization is supposed to be ran. This is an organization that has 6 Super Bowls, so they are a professional organization, and he's coming from an organization where he really wasn't a part of the rebuild, right? Last year, yeah, he was here for Josh Harris's first year as the owner, but he had Eric Bieniemy here, and we know how bad of an offensive coordinator he was and how toxic the environment was. And then the prior 3 years were under Dan Snyder, and we know they were probably tired of getting constant questions about Dan Snyder, lawsuits, this, stadium, that, name this, name that. So I can't even be mad at what Antonio Gibson had to say about our organization, because for honest reasons it probably is true. His experience here in Washington was not as good. Now I will say this about Antonio Gibson, and this is how I honestly feel about bro. It never really seemed like he liked being here. It never really seemed like he liked the fans. Remember I made a video last year where he called us out as fans, said we need to be more supportive and stuff like that, and it really never seemed like he clicked with us. So that's just from the outside looking in. Antonio Gibson could very well be a good guy. He could very well be a team guy, but it just never seemed like he clicked with us here in Washington, the fan base, team, and stuff like that. So again, no ill will towards AG. I loved AG here. Honestly, he was one of my favorite players. I even wanted us to keep him. I wanted us to not even drag Brian Robinson because I thought he was the bell cow guy. He was the number one back. But honestly, obviously Brian Robinson is here, and I love B-Rob. I think B-Rob is a better fit. He did have a fumbling issue here, but again, I'm not even going to go on him and say he was bad here because, again, on the field wise, he's a talented young man, but off the field, his experience is what his experience is, right? You'll have a guy like Ryan Kerrigan, let's just say for an example, right, have a different experience than what Brian Rott or Antonio Gibson had here, or Terry McLaurin, who's been here the same amount of time, 1 year longer than Antonio Gibson, who probably has a different experience here, right? So it's all about what they believe and how they feel, and I can't be mad at him for how he feels about this organization. I'm pretty sure he believes Foxborough and the Patriots are a better organization. I can't be wrong with him, but a lot of people in the comments saying here, and it's AG loved you in DC, but how many times did you fumble and change the momentum of the games? We lost multiple games because of your fumbling issues, which again, it's true. I can go back to that Chargers game 2021. We could have won that game, but he did fumble, and that kind of ruined it. He did have a lot of fumbling issues, but again, in my opinion, this has nothing to do with his experience here, as far as how he, felt about the higher ups, the front office, the coaching staff, the fans. But yeah, man. what he said was honestly true. So let me know what you guys think about it though in the comment section. Antonio Gibson calls out the Washington Commanders fan base. He believes the Patriots fans or the Patriots organization is better than our organization. Sorry about that. He did not call out the fans. I meant to say he called out the organization, basically saying we are a struggling organization. What do you think about that? I want to take a quick pause into today's video and give a huge shout out to SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the place for you if you want to go to an event. It has all the tickets from across the web and rate them from green to red to let you know if you're getting a good deal or not. And right now, live on SeatGeek, you can punch in the promo code section Juan Gotti to get $20 off your first purchase. I'm telling you, this is one of the best promo codes in the game because you will be getting a really good deal, $20 off your first purchase. You already know tickets are expensive these days, man, and I know y'all want to go see them Commanders, so go ahead, punch that code in and get $20 off. And let's say, okay, you already bought your tickets to the event, but you know parking is also expensive. Well, boom, you punch in a promo code right now, and now you have $20 off parking. It's very simple. It's a very easy promo code to use, and I'm telling you, it's one of the best in the game. Enjoy the rest of the video. Now, I want to talk a little bit differently about training camp today. Frankie Louisville stepped to the podium, post interview. Actually, not podium, but he talked on the sideline. I believe it was Scott Abram, and he basically talked about how they're sleeping on us, right? They believe Washington is a laughing stock still. They don't believe in us. I think people even had us going 2-15 this year. And you know what I have to say to that? I'm like, let them sleep, right? Let them sleep. Let them continue to believe Washington is the same old Washington. And quite frankly, we haven't given them any reason not to believe otherwise, right? Last year was supposed to be the year with Eric Bieniemy, with Sam Howell, with Terry McLaurin, like. We, in Josh Harris's first year as owner, we thought that last year was going to turn the tide. And quite frankly, it was one of the worst seasons we've had in recent memory. So you can't even be mad at people believing that we're trash. I just say let them sleep, continuing to let them sleep. Frankie Louisville says he loves that they're sleeping on us because we're going to wake them up. And I love to hear that. And quite frankly, as a Washington Commanders fan, I see different. I look at our team and this coaching staff and I see different. But if they on the outside think Dan Quinn is just like Ron Rivera or Cliff Kingsbury is just like Scott Turner or Joe Witt Jr. is just like Jack Del Rio, and they don't think nothing's different, that's cool. That's how I like it. Love being the underdogs. You know, underdogs always prevail at some point, right? So why can't we finally prevail this year with a young man in Jaden Daniels, with a good offensive coordinator in Cliff Kingsbury, great defensive coordinator in Dan Quinn / Joe Witt Jr.? Why can't this be the year, right? We put it all together and we continue to build, right? I'm not saying go to the playoffs, win the playoff game, national NFC championship appearance. I'm saying stack up, right? Because I do think this is going to be a year where we show improvement, but I think next year is maybe the year where we actually put it all together. Now, granted, I wouldn't be surprised if we did have burst onto the scene, but I do think next year is the year when we finally do. But this is the year we finally take a leap to show them what we got. Hey, continue to let them sleep, but all I'm going to say is we're going to wake them up at some point. Alrighty, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video if you enjoyed. Also, check out Chewy IRLs. That link is down below in the description. See y'all later. Have a blessed one. Peace.